I think we are live now. We're live on YouTube. We're going to have a session live on YouTube and on Facebook. Going to be a session on progressions. We want to discuss arithmetic and geometry progressions, an age-old topic. It's an old favorite. Quite a few people, quite a few competitive exams focus on this. It's also a classic topic in the sense that there is a conventional formula like AR power n minus 1, 2A plus n minus 1 into D kind of approach of doing that. And there's a far more intuitive look. Is this what it means? Is this the way we can spin this slightly differently? That aspect of doing it. And so we're going to do a bunch of questions where we're going to look at both. We're going to say, can we do it using the algebra? Can we do it using the algebraic method? Right? The other thing we're going to do is to see whether we can grab onto some idea and then swing for the fences from there. There's only two fundamental ideas on this. Practically one idea played out for arithmetic progression and for geometric progression. And so the idea of the middle term, we're going to keep revisiting that. And so we're going to keep revisiting the middle term notion. That is very vital. And so, but apart from that, there's nothing to the topic. But if you grab on to that middle term notion, then this topic is an absolute breeze. Format wise, what are we going to do? We're going to host this event on Facebook and on YouTube. So on YouTube, we'll be live. So the live streaming part will happen on YouTube. On Facebook, we're going to be on the group. We'll post questions and we'll post links for the YouTube live streaming session there. So jump onto YouTube to see the questions being solved. Jump onto Facebook to see questions being posted if you want to solve questions first time up before seeing the videos. Right. Once again, just to reiterate the advantage of learning online, we all know the time advantage and the location advantage. What is a bigger advantage is a pace advantage. So what do I mean by that? If there's a question that's posted that we're discussing, which you think is something that you can solve, but the class has moved ahead, pause the thing, try the question, then answer it. So we run the session from 10 to 10:50 or 11 o'clock. You can choose to finish it at 11:20. And that's the massive advantage of doing this online. Even though it was live, you can just hit pause and then carry on with it. So use that advantage. Anytime you're off pace a little bit, hang on, and then jump on back again. So just hit pause and then you can continue. Right? I'm going to jump onto the session. We're going to choose to do say 10, 11 questions on arithmetic and geometric progression, one of my old favorite topics. We're going to do it both ways, algebraically and intuitively. Today's topic is progressions, arithmetic and geometric progressions. Right? Before we go further, this is a fabulous offer on the Q.8 A online course. I think it's 4,000 off if you buy before Monday. The course is extremely well structured. I know only I'm saying it, and that's what I'm supposed to say. But even if only I'm saying it, it's a fabulous course. It's just good. Up to 20 hours of content available for free. To go through that, the UI has been wonderfully put together by our software provider, Learnist. We were curious trivia. We were the first customer of Learnist. We've been with them for years. Now half the online industry is with Learnist, with how good they are. Wonderful team. And the UI is fabulous. It's very intuitive. It helps you structure your learning. It helps track where you are, what you're doing. The courses we've taken with fought tooth and nail to retain it intuitive and modularized. So you can learn one idea many times over. You can come back to one question, one topic, one funda, one concept very easily. And that's a very powerful feature. So give that a go. As far as the course is concerned, the online course itself is a product. What do I mean by that? The course on Q.8 A online is a series of recorded lectures, which you can watch anytime, anywhere, any number of times, and synchronize with your web app, with your Android app. Right? On top of that, we have doubt clearing sessions and sessions like these, which are again online, but this is like a live session. This is a session which is being done right now. You're seeing me speak right now, as long as you're watching on Saturday evening, March 3rd. And so we supplement the online course with a bunch of online sessions. So it's a bit of both, but the hardcore part of it, which you can do anytime, anywhere, sync with the app and have your doubts clarified on the discussion board, forum, all of that. That is built there with a series of recorded lectures. And wonderful. Enough of this. I'm going to flip out to my screen sharing mode and then share question by question with you guys, and then we're off. If 4 times the 4th term of an AP is equal to 9 times the 9th term of the AP, what is 13 times the 13th term of this AP? Just starting off, I'm going to assume that you know the basics. You have an arithmetic progression. First term is A, common difference is D. Nth term is A plus N minus 1 into D. So it's the nth term denoted as, yeah. Sum up to n terms is n by 2 times 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay. Before I get any formula wrong, let me make it very clear that I'm allowed to get any formula wrong. Right? So I'm just kidding. I will get it right most of the times. But you should set the bar even higher than any teacher. You should not get anything wrong as far as solving these kind of questions is concerned. Right? So this is all you need to do as far as this topic is concerned. We're going to do a couple of questions where we reiterate the form-like element, and then we're going to jump out and say, look, can we do it slightly differently? What is the funda behind this? How do we simplify this entire topic? This entire topic flips out if you just redefine it slightly, and that's what we're going to strive to do this time. Right? So just to recap this question, if 4 times the 4th term of an AP is equal to 9 times the 9th term of the AP, what is 13 times the 13th term of this AP? And 4 times the 4th term of this AP, 4th term is A plus 3D, 9th term is A plus 8D. 4 times A plus 3D equals 9 times A plus 8D. 4A plus 12D equals 9A plus 72D. Or 5A plus 60D is equal to 0. 5 times A plus 12D is equal to 0. What is A plus 12D equal to? A plus 12D is nothing but the 13th term. This tells us the 13th term is 0. We are looking for what is 13 times the 13th term, which is 0. Wonderful question. Just plug in the ideas and then you're through. 4 times 4th term is equal to 9 times 9th term. So you put your head down and say, look, I'm not looking at some genius method for this. I'm just going to plug in 4 times A plus 3D equals 9 times A plus 8D. And then solve. I get A plus 12D is equal to 0, which is nothing but the 13th term. Another way of expanding this, if M times Tm equals N times Tn, then Tm plus N equal to 0. This is a more algebraic expansion of this. We're trying to go from the numerical example to the general case. The numerical example is what you've seen. This general case is what you need to prove. You need to get comfortable dealing with M's and N's and A's and N minus 1s and D's and all that. So work on that. And so this topic is an absolute one. This exam is simple. And so keep expanding from specific case to general case wherever applicable. And so this is a wonderful question based on this idea. The algebraic end of the idea is here. The simple execution end of the idea is what we have done so far. Let's go to the next question. Now we straight away down to the intuitive end of this, the place where we simplify this slightly and then say, can we do this slightly simpler terms to make it very elaborate? And so this is the part where I want to emphasize, keep emphasizing relentlessly. Right? The sum of 3 terms in AP is -6, and the product is 2 power 6. Find the common difference of the sequence. Forget common difference. Forget 2 power 6. Sum of 3 terms in AP is -6. What does this mean? What does this mean? This is a very important point. Sum of 3 terms is -6. If sum of 3 terms are in AP, don't assume them as A plus B, A plus 2D. Assume them as B minus D, B plus D. Or sum is 3B, this is -6, or P is -2. AP and GP are both going to be extremely linked to the idea of middle term. In any AP, middle term is equal to average of n terms. Very simple. So if you're given sum up to 3 terms, you know the second term. If you're given sum up to 5 terms, you know the third term. If you're given sum up to 7 terms, you know the 4th term. If you're given sum up to 31 terms, you know the 16th term. Any arithmetic progression, if you're given one particular sum, you can make inference over one particular term. So average of n terms is equal to the middle term. In this question, sum of 3 terms is -2, or the second term is -2. Third term will be minus 2 plus d. First term will be minus 2 minus d. Now minus 2 minus d minus 2 minus 2 plus d. If you multiply these three, you get 2 power 6. And so I'm going to call this as 2 plus d into 2 into d minus 2. Right, this 2 plus d. So there's a minus I'm taking out. So it's minus 2. That minus also I'm taking out. These three multiply to give us 2 power 6. Or d plus 2 into d minus 2 is 2 power 5, which is 32. D square minus 4 is 32. Or we'll write it down here, d square equals 36. D could be plus 6 or minus 6. What is the common difference of the sequence? It's either plus 6 or it is minus 6. The terms are minus 2 minus 6 minus 2 comma minus 2 plus 6 or the other way around. Right? It's the most important idea that we've hit upon here. We're going to keep revisiting over and over and over again. If you're given sum of 3 terms, don't go down the algebraic route. Straight away, you know the second term. Start with that. Sum of 3 terms is minus 6. This is mothership as far as this topic is concerned. Practically every instance of CAT has used this idea somewhere. They tell you that there are 7 terms, 7 consecutive odd terms, sum of whom is 119. In this arithmetic progression, what is the 17th term? 7 terms, so you know the 4th term straight away. Divide 119 by 7, you've got that. Then you know the whole sequence, find the number. Don't do these kind of things using heavy duty algebra. Algebra part is not required. Do the simpler intuitive part. 3 terms are given, you know the second term. Bam, then go for it. The sum up to n terms of an AP is 2n square plus n. What is the 12th term of this AP? I'm going to give you a minute to process this. Very simple question. I'm going to give you a minute to process this, and then we'll go jump in and see how we can solve this. Sum up to n terms of an AP is 2n square plus n. What is the 12th term of this AP? We know the formula for sum up to n terms. That is a formula you need to forget about for this question. Sum up to n terms of this AP is 2n square plus n. Sum up to n terms is 2n square plus n. With this, we can find sum up to 12 terms. With this, we can find sum up to 11 terms. With this, we can find sum up to 6 terms. Sum up to 100 terms. Everything we can find. We need to find the 12th term of this AP. That is nothing but sum up to 12 terms minus sum up to 11 terms. 12 terms added together minus 11 terms added together. It's your answer. So sum up to 12 terms is 2 into 12 square plus 12. Sum up to 11 terms is 2 into 11 square plus 11. 2 into 144, that is 288 plus 12, 300. 2 into 121, 242 plus 12, 253. The difference, 47. This is what you're looking for. Okay. Sum up to 12 terms minus sum up to 11 terms. That's the answer you're looking for. 144 into 2 is 288 plus 12 is 300. 121 into 2 is 242 plus 11 is 253. Difference is 47. That is the difference you're looking for. Right? 12 square minus 11 square. 23. 23 into 2 is 46. 46 plus 1, 47. Don't try to match this to this n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 ready. Not required. Try this one, infinite geometric progression. Beautiful question, one of my favorites. Very simple question if you know the right funda. Otherwise, you're chasing this question a little bit. And very good question if you know what the starting point is. So give this a go. One of the reasons these kind of questions are important is for the detail, for knowing what the class is about. An infinite GP has as its first term A and sum 8. What is the range of values A can take? Sum up to infinite terms of a GP is A by 1 minus R. This we know. One point here, let's say GP is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. For this GP, sum up to infinite terms, we cannot plug in this formula. So the formula, infinite terms, can work only if what is called a convergent series, not an expanding series that goes to plus infinity or minus infinity. And the series has to, the number terms have to become smaller and smaller, such that if you make an even infinite number of terms, they add up to a finite number. And what is sitting inside that constraint is this common ratio. Modulus of the common ratio is less than 1. Or R lies between -1 and +1. That's what the fine print is for that formula. That's something we might have missed out on. Use that idea and then you're through. Sum up to infinite terms into 1 minus R is A. Or 8 into 1 minus R is A. R goes from -1 to +1. 1 minus R, the smallest value of 1 minus R will be 0. The largest value will be 2. That's it. Our A ranges from 8 into 0 to 8 into 2. Our A will take the range 0 to 16. The sum of infinite terms of a GP is 8. So the first term can go from 0 to 16. It cannot be 16, it cannot be 0, but it ranges from 0 to 16. It hinges on that first point, that when you plug in this formula A by 1 minus R should lie between -1 and +1. R forms a narrow range from -1 to +1. Modulus of R is less than 1. Or you can have the idea of sum of infinite terms of a GP only when magnitude-wise the GP keeps shrinking. Common ratio can be negative, in which case alternate terms will be positive and negative. But the magnitude of the terms should keep becoming smaller and smaller. Doesn't matter if they go positive and negative alternately, but the magnitude should keep shrinking. If the magnitude kept expanding, then the sum would be plus infinity or minus infinity or indeterminate. So that becomes an issue. So the condition under which you can plug that A by 1 minus R, that is important. And modulus of R less than 1. You plug that in, this is a very easy question. Just remember that constraint. Wonderful question. I'm going to keep quiet for a minute and a half, give you some time to try this question, and then we will discuss this. Sum up to n terms is given to be n cube minus 2n square plus 4n plus 3. The kth term is 27. We need to find k here. What is the value of k for which the kth term is 27? And good question. Again, we're not going to do this n by 2 into 2a plus. That's not what we're after. We know that if we do S8 minus S7, sum up to 8 terms minus sum up to 7 terms. This first 7 terms put together, this first 8 terms put together, we get T8. S10 minus S9 is T10. We want Tk, we're looking for Sk minus Sk minus 1. That's it. All we need to do is plug that in and then we are through. So Sk, nothing but k cube minus 2k square plus 4k plus 3. Sk minus 1 is k minus 1 whole cube minus 2 times k minus 1 whole square plus 4 times k minus 1 plus 3. Subtract one from the other. We are through. Or Tk equals k cube minus k minus 1 whole cube minus 2k square plus 2 times k minus 1 whole square plus 4k minus of 4 times k minus 1. The plus 3 and minus 3 will disappear. So I'm going to expand this. This is k cube minus k minus 1 whole cube minus of k cube 3k square plus 3k minus 1 minus 2k square plus 2k square minus 2k plus 1 plus 4k minus 4k plus 4, 3 plus 4. This is the difference. So this k cube gets knocked off. This k square gets knocked off. This will be plus 3k square minus 3k plus 1 and then minus 4k plus 2 into minus 2k plus 2 plus 4. 3k square minus 3k plus 1 minus 4k plus 2 plus 4. This is 3k square minus 3k minus 4k is minus 7k. 3k square minus 7k 1 plus 2 3 plus 4 7 plus 7. This is equal to 27. Or 3k square minus 7k minus 20 equal to 0. The product should be minus 60. We can break this. I'm going to write this down here. I'm going to break this as 3k square minus 12k plus 5k minus 20 equal to 0. 3k into k minus 4 plus 5 into k minus 4 equal to 0. K minus 4 into 3k plus 5 equal to 0. K should be 4 or some fractional negative thing. This is a kth term, so k should clearly be a positive integer. The only positive integer that works is 4, or this is the fourth term. And very important to keep in mind that you don't want to substitute into the formula. Sn minus Sn minus 1 is Tn. Nth term is sum up to n terms minus sum up to n minus 1 terms. That idea, that notion should be very clear in your mind. And so nth term is sum up to n terms minus sum up to n minus 1 terms. That idea is important. So if you get that, then this becomes a simple question. Right? So this is n cube minus 2n square plus 4n plus 3 minus of n minus 1 whole cube minus 2 times n minus 1 plus 4 times n minus 1 plus 3. Subtract that, you'll get an expression for the nth term. Plug that equal to 27, solve for k. That's all we're doing here. Right? So don't do this trying to plug into the formula. Very important to keep that in mind. This is a sequence, not necessarily even a progression, either arithmetic or geometry. Go to the next one. Okay, take some time, try this one, then we'll discuss further. Consider a sequence of positive integers where an square equals an minus 1 into an plus 1. The sum of the fourth, fifth, and sixth terms is 112. And the product of the first three terms is 64. Find the sum of the five terms of this sequence. Wonderful question. Classic question that you'll find in the exam. The guys who know their stuff will get this done in 40-45 seconds. One of my absolute favorite questions. Not because it's tough or not because it has something phenomenally insightful sitting inside here, but it's the same thing written in a slightly different language. So I'm going to give you some time and then just for the heck of it, solve this at absolute rock star speed. Just rush through to just say the guy who knows his stuff, how quickly is he or she going to do this. And so we're going to see that just so that we have a clear idea of how quick you should be while solving questions of this type. I'm going to start and do this. And it says an squared equals an minus 1 into an plus 1 geometric progression. Middle term square is previous term into the n term. Product of first three terms is 64. What does it tell us? Second term is 4. Third term is 4r. Fourth term is 4r square, 4r cube, 4r power 4. Fourth, fifth, sixth. These three, if you add, it gives us 112. Or r square plus r cube plus rr4 is 112 by 4. 112 by 2 is 56. This is 28. What are we looking at here? We're told that the terms are positive integers. One of the terms is 4. Likely that other terms are also integers. Likely that r is an integer. R square into 1 plus r square is 28. R is 2. 4 into 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 28. R, the sequence, second term is 4. Third term is 8. First term is 2. 16, 32. We're adding 5 terms to the sequence, 48, 56, 60, 62. And I am explaining this, so this is going one notch slower. But you should, important parts to see here, two very vital points. This is an old favorite. They won't say these terms form a geometric progression, but define the geometric progression. How do you define a geometric progression? Each term is a previous term into a given constant. That means second term is first term into a constant. Third term is second term into the same constant. Or product of first and third term is equal to second term square. Second term square is product of first and third. Any middle term is equal to product of the two terms around it. It's very simple. Any middle term square is equal to product of the two middle terms around it. Right? How do we think about it? The sequence could be b by r before it, br after it. B by r into br is b square. So if you have three terms in GP, middle term, cube of that is a product. If you have three terms in GP, you multiply this, b cube is a product. The r will disappear. So if you know product of three terms, you know the middle term. If you have an AP, if you know sum of three terms, you know a middle term. If you have a GP, if you know product of three terms, you know the middle term. Write this down somewhere, drill this into your system. You know this, you're walking this topic. Right? If you know 5 terms in an AP, sum of 5 terms, you know the middle term. 5 terms in a GP, product of 5 terms is given, you know the middle term, you know the third term. The product of first 3 terms is 64, or second term is 4. So the third term is 4r, fourth term 4r square, 4r cube, 4r power 4. 4 times r square plus r cube plus r power 4 is 112. R square plus r cube plus r power 4 is 28. The sequence has positive integers. This does not mean that the common ratio should be an integer, should be a positive integer, because the sequence, if all terms are positive, then it has to be a positive integer. But till 6th or 7th term, it can be positive even without the r being a positive integer. In this case, as it turns out, sequence of positive integers r equal to 2 works. Plonk it in and you're done with the sequence. Once you know the sequence is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. Sum of the 5 terms, you just add it up. Don't plug in the formula or anything. Right? Definition of GP, an square equals an minus 1 into an plus 1. Funda of GP, product of 3 terms are given. You know the middle term. Second term is known. Second term is known, product is given. You're walking this question. So know the ideas in arithmetic progression, geometric progression. You can rush through these questions. The next one. The product of first 5 terms of a GP is 32. What is the middle term? What term do we know? Bang, bang, bang. Product of first 5 terms of a GP is 32. I'm going to put pressure on you. Product of 5 terms of a GP is 32. What do you know? What do you know straight away? If you know that, you're walking this question. You're just writing down the answer. And I'm going to rush through this once again. Product of first 5 terms of a GP is 32. What I will write in the exam. T3 is 2. I don't want to say product of 5 terms is 32. Product of 5 terms is middle term power 5. That we know. Middle term power 5 is 32. I know 2 power 5 is 32. Third term is 2. The sum of the first and third terms is 5. First term is 3. Third term is first term into r square. We want to find the seventh term. Seventh term is third term into r power 4. Right. This is 2, this is 3 into r square. Or r square is 2 by 3. R power 4 is 4 by 9. Seventh term is 2 into 4 by 9. P3 into r power 4 is 8 by 9. Done. I don't want any of this AR square, AR cube, A power 4. You can anchor any GP around any term. You know one term, build the GP around that term. You know r square, don't worry about finding r. Maybe you won't need to. You want to find the 7th term, find the 7th term. Don't look for a and r. A GP can be constructed around anything. You have one term, from there the GP starts. If you know the 17th term is 11, 18th term is 11r, 16th term is 11 by r. That's all you need to know. With this question, you read this question. The product of first 5 terms of a GP is 32. Third term is 2. Sum of the first and third terms is 5. First term is 3. Common ratio square is 2 by 3. Seventh term of this GP is what we need to find. Third term we know. So let's build from there. Third term is 2. And then to go to the 7th term, there are 4 times you have to multiply by r. Third term into r power 4 is 7th term. We know this 7th term. You don't have to think of T7 as AR power 6. T7 is T3 into r power 4. It is T4 into r cube. T7 is T9 by r square. T7 is T6 into r. Any geometric progression can be woven around any term. And then after that you keep multiplying by r, you keep dividing by r to go for finding previous terms. This question you go bang, 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 bang. Second, third term is 2, first term is 3, common ratios, square root of 2 by 3, 7th term is r power 4. That is 2 by 3 into 2 by 3, 4 by 9, into the third term, which is 2, 2 into 4 by 9, 8 by 9. Bang, bang, bang. Again a 1 minute question if you have the right ideas. And so work on that. If you know sum of n terms of an AP, you know the middle term. If you know product of n terms of a GP, you know the middle term. Anchor APs and GPs around middle term. You're just walking this topic. There's nothing at all in this topic. And you need to know the algebra, but that's not rocket science. But knowing the funda is more important, not to get speed and get some intuition. Once again, wonderful question. So I'm going to put pressure on you. I'm going to give you a minute and a half, and then rush through the solving part to pick up the juiciest elements here. I don't want to do a wild goose chase. I want to solve this question in the most intuitive method possible in less than 45 seconds. That's the magic here. The progressions question, I want to rush through. I want to look at them and stare them off. And so I'm going to give you time, but then I'm going to rush through the solution. And so read this question and think about it intuitively. You're given 3 terms in GP, that should say something. 3 terms in AP, that should say something. You're given 3 terms in GP and product, that's a giveaway. 3 times in AP and sum, that's a giveaway. So if you're given product, look at the GP first. If you're given sum, look at the AP first. Not rocket science, very simple stuff. And so think about this, nail this one. I'm going to see if we can even do this without putting pen and paper. See if we can rush through this. And I'm going to think in terms of the standout best quant guy who can crack this, and then see if we can get into his head and say, look, how is he thinking about this? And the guy who nails all questions all the time really quickly, what is he going to look at this question and how is he going to solve it? He or she going to solve it? That's what we're going to take out right now. Because progressions is a classic topic to build massive speed. I'm going to work on that. And no pen on paper. I'm going to rush through this. Here we go. A, B, C are three terms in GP that add up to 39. A, B plus 6 and C are in three terms in AP. A, B plus 6 and C. So these three terms should add up to 45. Three terms in AP adding up to 45, middle term is 15. B plus 6 is 15, B is 9. 9 by R, 9, 9R, they add up to 39. Chances are in these questions, our common ratio is an integer. What could it be? It should be a factor of 9. It is not 1, 9, 91. This is 3, 9, 27. What else could it be? It could be 27, 9, 3. These are A, B, C. Our other condition, A into B square greater than C. 3 into 9 square greater than 27. That is true. 27 into 9 square greater than 3. That is true. Find the product of A and C. That is 81 in both cases. Done. Nothing at all. Sum of three terms, 45, middle term 15. B plus 6 is 15, B is 9. 9 by R, 9, 9R add up to 39. R equal to 3 works. R equal to 3 works, R equal to 1 by 3 will work. Or your sequence could be 3, 9, 27 or 27, 9, 3. In both cases, A into B square is greater than C. Both are possible. What is A into C? 3 into 27 or 27 into 3. Both cases 81. Done. Going off. Find the product of A and C. The other way of thinking about this, A, B, C are three terms in GP. A into C is B square, B is 9, 81. You don't need to do anything else. So if your genius is looking at this question, he's going to say, we want to find the product of A and C. That is B square. All I need to do is find B. B plus 6 is 15, B is 9, B square is 81. Bam, done. Three terms are given in AP, you know this. If you know the sum, you know the second term. Three terms are given in GP, you know the product, you know the second term. Very vital, bleeding obvious, but often overlooked. Anchor your APs and GPs around the middle term. Life becomes very easy. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record on this, but that is how important I think this funda is. And to keep that in mind. Let's go to the next one. Try this one. Again, a simple question. Again, a question which we can effortlessly nail. The sum of first three terms of a geometric progression is 19. Sum of the next three terms is 57. What is the sum of the first 12 terms of this GP? Wonderful question. Once again, a wonderful question, because if you know how to press the right buttons, you're fixing this in 45 seconds. Once again, that's what we're going to do. Sum of first three terms of a GP. A, AR, AR square. These add up to 19. AR cube, AR power 4, AR power 5. These add up to 57. Think about this. Don't go step by step. Don't think in terms of 1 plus R square plus R cube. This into R cube is this. This into R cube is this. This into R cube is this. So these three terms add up to 19. These three terms are nothing but these three added together into R cube. So the sum of these three terms, into R cube. Don't stop with that. Build on that. What will be sum of these three terms? AR power 6, AR power 7, AR power 8. That will be these three into R cube. Further down, with these three into R cube. First three terms add up to 19. Next three add up to 57. 19 into 3 is 57. These three should be 57 into 3. Next set of 3 should be 57 into 3 into 3. We want to find some of the first 12 terms of this GP. So nothing but 19 into 1 plus 3 plus 3 square plus 3 cube. 19 into 3, 19 into 9, 19 into 27. First three terms into 3 is the sum of next three terms. That into 3 would be the sum of next three terms. That into 3 would be sum of the next three terms. 1 plus 3 plus 3 square. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 9, 13. 13 plus 27, 40. 19 into 40. 38, 76, 760. Done. And so think of these as steps of 3. First three terms, next 3, the 3 after that. First 3 add up to 19, next 3 add up to 57, or R cube is 3. Don't find R, don't complicate this. Don't do A into 1 plus R square. All that is roundabout. Why do we need all that? The sets of subsequent 3's are just the previous set of 3 sum into the same 3. First 3 terms added up into 3 is the next 3 terms. That into 3 is the next 3 terms. That into 3 is sum of next 3 terms. That's all we need to find. We're going 3, 3, 3, 3. Sum of 3 terms put together. So 19 into 1 plus 3 square plus 3 cube, whatever that turns out. So the cracking, thinking AP and GP, that is very vital. Try this one. This is a simple question, but it's probably a time-consuming question, not rocket science. Some of the first three terms in a GP is 14. Some of their squares is 84. So algebraically heavy. Three terms in GP is 14. A plus B plus C is 14. We know A square plus B square plus C square is 84. Or A square plus AC plus C square equals 84. We know that we can get B. We know that B square equal to AC. Other way of thinking about it, you can say B by R plus B plus BR is 14. B square by R square plus B square plus B square R square is 84. And then simplify that. And plug in this way. This number is A plus C whole square minus AC, which is 84. A plus C whole square minus AC is 84. Or A plus C whole square minus B square equals 84. We know that A plus B plus C is 14, or A plus C is 14 minus B. Here we know 14 minus B the whole square minus B square equals 84. This is a quadratic in B. It's at best a quadratic in B. It could even be simpler than that. Once you get that, if we solve that, we'll get B. Once you get B, simplifying the other two is far simpler. 14 minus B the whole square, 196 plus B square minus 28B minus B square is 84. This gets knocked out. 28B can come that side. 196 minus 84 is 28B. 196 minus 84 is 112 is 28B. B is 4. Or we are effectively down to three terms in GP, which are 4 by R, and 4R, adding up to 14. 4 by R plus 4R equal to 10. 1 by R plus R equals 5 by 2. Could be 2 plus 1 by 2 or 1 by 2 plus 2. We can solve that. This is 2.5. So either R is 1 by 2 or R is 2. But we solve this algebraically. We multiply this, we get 1 plus R square equals 5R by 2. Or 2 plus 2R square equals 5R. 2R square minus 5R plus 2 equal to 0, which will give us these two rules. It's simpler to just look at that and then find out R. So there's geometric progression. The second term is 4. So the first term would be 2. We're looking at 2, 4, 8, 16. This is 4. Previous term could be 8, 2, 1. Either the sequence goes like this or like this. Product of the first 4 terms of this GP. 2 into 4 into 8. 2 into 4, 8. 8 into 8, 64. 64 into 16. 64 into 16. This is 1024. Or 8 into 4, 32 into 64. The product of the first 4 terms would be 1024 or 64. So 64, because the 1024 choice is not available. So product of 4 terms of this GP could be 64. So the following is a possible value of the product. Possible value is 64, not 1024. 1024 is not available. This 1024 is also possible, but that's not among the choices that are being given here. So these kind of questions are slightly tricky. You have to manipulate it. You have to either construct in terms of R, like this. So you're dealing from the beginning with only 2 variables. Or you construct with 3 variables, but then look to plug in B square equal to AC wherever possible. Or A by B equals B by C, wherever possible. So if you can figure out a way of plugging that in, then you're through. So that is what you're looking at. Or write this in terms of B by R plus B plus BR, and then simplify it from there. What's the next question? The classic question. This is not that common as far as our exam is concerned. So our exam is concerned, but try it anyway. A, B, C, and D are in AP. What can we say about terms BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC? Then AP, HP, GP. What is the meaning of HP? Four terms M, N, P, and J are in HP. This means the terms 1 by M, 1 by N, 1 by P, and 1 by J. And the reciprocals of terms in HP will have to be in AP. So what can we say about terms BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC? A, B, C, and D are in AP. What can we say about BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC? A very good question to discuss these things. Probably slightly at the tougher level as far as the algebra is concerned. The idea that harmonic progression is discussed. Harmonic progression is not commonly tested. You need to know the funda, but don't get into the formula. Not worth it. And this level of ABC, BCD is just slightly less likely. So even if you get a question, it's going to be as tough as this, not tougher than this. This is a very doable question. We'll see how we can handle this. But even here, we are flirting with a higher or slightly into domains which is not likely for CAT. Because heavy duty algebra and the idea that the HP is being discussed. Let's think about this. We're talking about BCD, ACD, talking about BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC. From ABCD, here A is missing, here B is missing, here C is missing, here D is missing. Or we can think of this as ABCD by A, ABCD by B, ABCD by C, ABCD by D. Otherwise, if some term is missing, so we rewrite it like that. Rewriting like that can be very useful. So, giving you a hint. Think about that. I'll give you a minute more, then we'll answer this question. Good question to discuss some funda. So A, B, C, D are in AP. A, B, C, D in A. We can say A plus B, B plus B, C plus B, D plus B. This will be in AP. AR, BR, CR, DR. This will be in AP. Add something to every term of an AP, we'll have an AP. Multiply something to every term of an AP, you'll have an AP. Obviously, you subtract, you'll have an AP. You divide, you'll have an AP. As long as you're doing it with the same term, you still have an AP. The beauty here, we know that there's an A, B, C, D. We need to have all variables coming in. Let's divide this way. A by A, B, C, D, B by A, B, C, D, C by A, B, C, D, D by A, B, C, D. These four terms will be in an AP. Or 1 by BCD, 1 by ACD, 1 by ABD, 1 by ABC. These will be in AP. Dividing by ABCD throughout. So 1 by BCD, 1 by ACD, 1 by ABD, 1 by ABC. They are all in AP. BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC. They will all be in AP. The reciprocals are in arithmetic progression. That means the numbers themselves are in harmonic progression. If A and B, A, B, C are in AP, that means you're saying 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C are in HP. And so, if you're looking at BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC are numbers that from ABCD, they miss A, B, C, and D. So, we need to introduce an by ABCD somewhere to get to this. You need to have an ABCD out of each of these. That means if you divide that A, the first sequence by ABCD, get 1 by BCD, 1 by ACD, 1 by ABD, 1 by ABC. Those four are in AP. That means BCD, ACD, ABD, and ABC. These four are in R. wonderful session. I'm going to stop with that. It's a wonderful topic, something that you can probably revisit aggressively because this is heavily tested. So it's a fun topic as well. So keep that in mind. It's an enjoyable topic. So keep study with that attitude. I'm going to wind up with that. So progression is a good topic. Revisit this, learn the intuitive part. So sum of 3 terms is given in an AP, you know the middle term. Product of 3 terms in GP is given, you know the middle term. 5 terms are given, you know the middle term. Sum in an AP, product in a GP. So anchor APs and GPs are middle term. Right? Once again, a reminder, there's a fabulous offer. You get rupees 4,000 off on the online course to Q.8 both in the comprehensive and green versions. If you buy on or before Monday, just the 5th of March. Best wishes for your cat. Fabulous course. Those of you who have not tried out the course, forget about purchasing and starting preparation and all that. Take half an hour out, go through the interface. And I guarantee it will be a fun, pleasing experience. Just go through the course as a trial user. You'll know what online learning is about. The UI is very friendly. The course is put together extraordinarily modelized form, well structured, fabulous analytics. Just have a run through. Sign up as a trial user and give it a go. The URL is online.2im.com. We'll stick it in the description of pretty much there across the description of all our videos. 2IM is the name of the company. You want to learn online, go to online.2im.com. Not really rocket science. So give that a go, try that, and then if you're keen, make sure you buy this before the 5th of March. Best wishes and have a good weekend, whatever is left of it. Cheers, guys.